Alright, welcome to the latest concerts to consoles this week. I'm already laughing. We got Acne Superstar here. We're gonna take on one of the more challenging but awesome shmups, right? Shoot 'em ups?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shmups.
So when you don't have time for the whole phrase, shmups.
We got Nav, I'm going with Jack. We're going and Ryan here. We're only missing one member.
Jake couldn't unfortunately make it today.
Don't worry, you'll catch him in at least 3 bands.
Yeah.
You don't see
Here
him.
in spirit.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, who drums in No Lungs?
Yeah, it's also Jake.
The one, the only.
That
Yes,
is.
so he might be here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm remembering my schedule, which is promising. Let's see, that does trigger something. Oh, housekeeping. If you want to support, head over to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. Plus, subscribe on Twitch if you're watching live or not watching live. Watching on YouTube or podcast services. But YouTube and Twitch, I get more features and access, and maybe one day we'll make money off this directly through these services.
Yes.
If you subscribe, favorite, whatever. Like, I don't even think I can get... I know you can get subscriptions, and if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free one every month. But
Some subs.
I don't think anyone can do it yet, because I'm not enough. I don't have enough followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
Gotta get that clout.
But yeah.
Keep the dream alive.
But yeah, so, and I forgot to do that housekeeping at the front last week, but it was after 2 weeks off.
See, you're getting better. You're getting pretty good. You're
Yeah.
pretty
I just
good.
got in a routine, and when you take 2 weeks off, you lose your routine. So,
Dude, when I get time off of work, I forget what my name is.
so I think what we're gonna do 2-player, as our trade-off can be as we burn through our lives, swap controllers maybe. Oh, and you can do the free shot, fixed shot. I think does it explain it down here?
Choose your fighter.
Lightning fires. Oh, we're fighting over the text in the bottom, huh?
No, me. No, me.
You can move when you're firing. Oh, I see. So you become stationary and fire, or you move while you're. Right.
Is that good?
Depends how you like to play. Do you want to stand still and just take down enemies as they're coming at you?
What school of kung fu do you subscribe to?
I'm going free shot. I'm going to move and shoot.
You free balling it?
Yeah.
Fire. Let's go
I'm
chaser.
picking the homing.
Oh,
Homing
which
for the
stage should we
homing.
want to start in? I'm gonna go with just number 1 here, the Ancient Ruins.
Do the ancient ruins.
Pink's Mining Machine. I should have played this game with Venice Pinks.
Oh, shit.
That would have been
We-
awesome.
Oh, now you gotta have him back. Sucks.
Right? Wait, did I just pick you up?
I think so.
We can throw each
Whoa.
other.
Okay, C is jump. And then,
Alright, so you got jump?
And then A is throw. So I think
Got
I
belly
was throwing
flop.
you.
Just make sure you
And
get consent
I can throw you
first.
forward. And this is just a chase. Oh, it does chase. Cool. Yeah, it's clearly a shooter.
Yeah.
From the makers, the original creators of Contra. Exclusively on the Genesis.
You can tell by the explosions, man.
And I'm finally using my Genesis Classic for more than just at home.
You would have thought Michael Bay was on the team, the development team for this game.
The amount of explosions.
Yeah.
No, Michael, it's too many. Do
Yep.
it anyway.
I think we have power-ups where we switch our weapons.
Oh, I don't know how you pick them up.
I just changed it. Oh, as I hit them, they're changing. So we can
You
change
can
our
wait at
power.
juggling.
How'd you pick
Oh,
it up?
we can freaking hang on the trees. I have barely played this game. Like, I even was a Genesis owner at the time that it came out, and I ignored it. And then later on be like, what's this company called Treasure? Oh, they put out amazing games.
figure out
How have I never noticed this? Alright, so I've already powered up my weapon a little bit, it looks like, in my juggling. But yeah, so I always try to think of, and I probably should have used the technology of Facebook like I did last week. You're like, when was the keyword of Acne Superstar first appeared in one of my posts? But I was also trying to think, you guys, has it been 2 years, 3 years?
Well, this will
Oh
be
my
our
God.
3rd year playing shows as a band, but we formed in the fall of 2016, so this is our 4th year as a band.
And I've known you
This
in that
feels like
period,
the
the entire
third.
period. I think I knew you before I knew you had a band.
Yeah, I was going around to a lot of shows back then.
Look at
Just-
that.
That's what I was kind of doing in my free time, trying to get the band off the ground and just going to as many shows as possible when I had that much time on my hands.
Avoid the pink things, by the way.
You guys are fucking up that asparagus.
So, yeah, because I was seeing you going out to shows more, and then I'm always happy when I see that. It's like, I don't want to start a band. And then it's like, I'm happy all the other people are starting bands that I see everywhere.
Yeah, but the thing is, is like, I wanted to start a band from the beginning, but I really kind of just like, that's how I met everyone. That's how I kind of like started meeting people, going to shows and kind of finding bands to see who, if they wanted to play with us and all that stuff, and kind of like networking, basically.
I don't know how to pick these up, by the way. I just know how to juggle them.
I mean, are you?
Oh, wait.
Are you sure now? Because I had always assumed.
I think I'm changing our weapons.
You changed yours. I think mine is still.
Okay.
I just always thought that, like, if you listen to 2,000 CDs, they just make you be in a band, and that's how you started?
Yeah. well, technically, okay, so, like, my high school band, this is my, Acne Superstar is my second band. My high school band was, like, a complete failure, and it was a learning
Just
experience.
Like me.
It was...
You can only learn through failure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can learn through not failure.
Well, like books, but,
But it was really a learning experience for me, because I, like, learned a lot of, like, what a band... How a band operates from doing that. Like how to record in the studio, how the recording process is in the studio. Mostly it was hard to get people to come out to shows. We would usually get lucky.
I don't know why I threw you.
okay.
Every once in a while.
There can only be one.
But really, but then, I just kind of took what I learned and how everything kind of failed with that band and tried to not do the same thing with Acne Superstar, if that makes sense.
Yes. But that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I've learned that. I've even learned that just trying to do concert photography.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to say I'm joking, but I'm not joking. I think of it in humorous ways. It's like second dating, trying to just be like, can I take pictures at your show for like the stuff you have to get barricade access to?
Like, I don't want to be weird. Like, if it's not
and
too...
and they ghost you. They do like exactly the same stuff.
Oh yeah.
That if you get a girl's number or if you, whatever way you go.
Oh,
but
yeah, sure. I
it's
totally
just
love
like
to go
it's the
sometime.
same thing. I'm like feeling less rejected somehow. I'm like, whatever. The band said no, or they just didn't reply at all. That's fine.
Why don't they call? Why don't they write?
I still want to watch this band, so I'm buying a ticket. Or, there's other options tonight. I'm gonna go watch this band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
you're a strong, independent woman, Joe.
But like, it's failure. It's like, clearly I'm gonna get rejected. I'm getting rejected a bunch. And
Suckers.
it's the same thing, but I've learned from it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I kind of just was like, whatever.
Yeah.
Off the shoulder. Let's move on to whatever next.
Yeah.
Whoever replies is cool.
Yeah.
If they don't reply, they're still cool, but less cool than the ones that replied.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
it has made me appreciate anyone that replies, even with a no. I'm like, oh, thank God. At least I now know that it's just not like hanging out there in someone's spam box or whatever.
At least
like-
they treat you like you exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like every year, I've emailed Punk Rock Bowling since I got my camera, and they reply.
It's always no, but they reply.
No, actually, the first year I got in on, and it wasn't wrong. I'm from Phoenix. I'm gonna take pictures of these Phoenix bands.
Mhm.
So like, Line Cutters were on the show with the
Love
Crowd,
those guys.
Vandals, Street Dogs, and Get Dead. It was 5.
Was it a club show at Punk Rock Bowling?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then there was the Playboy Man Baby was on Punk Rock Karaoke with Tartar Control. And so I got the okays for those, but then main stage was where it was like, nah. I'm like, the Menace Pinks are on the main stage. Yeah, but...
Oh dang! To just get backstage and like be on the side stage where
So
photographing.
that was where they were like kind of reluctant.
Mm-hmm.
I even had Drea even was kind enough to even email for the band to try, and they're like, still no.
Ooh, dang.
But the weird thing was they worded it where they're like, you should be fine though if you want to take pictures of the Pinks. I'm like, okay. And so somehow I did something for 2 days that I guess I wasn't supposed to. Like I walked in with my camera and they never stopped me for day 1 or 2. And by the way, the most horrible it was cool though, but it's like the most antisocial, maybe that's the right way to word it, experience of Punk Rock Bowling is to camp out on a barricade for 6 bands just to hold out for have the front center spot so you can just take pictures since you don't have barricade access.
Oh. Dang.
Like, my rule of thumb was until I'm staying up there until I don't think I can protect the camera that I can't afford to replace.
Mm.
So, it was usually 5 to 6 bands. The first day was during off that I, funny enough, off.
Off.
Right.
That I, also someone was a dick. That was where I had a fucking asshole.
Ooh.
He was sarcastic. He's like, oh, nice camera. I'm like, thanks. And then like anytime I started taking pictures of it off, he started fucking moving and.
Oh, you
what the
what
you're
fuck?
trying
Oh,
to do a
man.
thing.
I'm like,
Dang.
I'm not like anywhere better than you. I'm sitting on a barricade with a fucking camera. I'm not the people in the barricade.
Right?
Yeah.
So, between that and it actually was starting to get rowdier, I'm like, fuck it, I'm out. And then didn't. And then the next day was during Bouncing Souls, and that was me. I kind of sacrificed my spot for a picture I'm still proud of, though I could have done better, of Greg. That where I just like I moved 2 or 3 people back. Are we supposed to be moving? Or no? I guess not. I guess they're just continuing.
This is your
It's just
life
like
now.
non-slot of people.
Yeah, you just, I guess you kill them all until you can move.
But yeah, so I kind of bounced 2 or 3 shots back as Greg went onto the barricade. I'm like, all right, I'm getting this shot. And then I'm like, well, fuck. I can't get back to where I was. People refilled that spot. And yeah, I can't protect my camera. We're getting out of here. And then day 3 was when security finally stopped me. And they're like,
Hey, wait a minute.
like, I think every year they have it printed on the side of the mural, a giant mural, but I don't pay attention to it any more than I did that year. And they're like, but it says no DSLR, you're not supposed to bring it in. I'm like, but I brought it in the last 2 days. They're like, still, I can't make the exception. I'm like, what about this? I even brought up the email where they're like, should be okay taking pictures of Venice Pinks. And then,
Oh.
but security was on top of their game. They were like,
Damn.
even if I made the exception, that was yesterday.
Oh!
Dang.
So they offered if I wanted to pay for a locker to put it in. I was like, I was there early enough that now I'm gonna walk back to my hotel. And
Hopefully this year will be a lot better.
so, but each year I still email them, and each year at least get a reply. Last year they actually clarified a little more that it was more national and world press. That I don't count as either. So I'm like, that makes sense. I'm sure you guys at this point are receiving. But yeah, that's how I got my camera into bowling technically.
Oh, hey. No.
Wait, did I lose you? Oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did I lose you? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I died. Because I fell off.
Oh, we can.
That's so weird.
But
Why
now
did
they
it-
will.
Wait, is there?
Is that the boss?
Yes, that is.
That's the
It's a
big man.
box boss. I think there's a way to change our weapons.
Doesn't
Because I
your
have
boss look
2.
like
Maybe that's what I've
Whoa.
been doing. Oh, we gotta go underneath it.
Oh, no. Fuck.
Dang.
that? Oh,
This
so you
is a
got
really
killed out
interesting boss. Clearly, they're proud of their 3D technology.
here.
Oh, no. No.
But yeah, I think the anecdote came off of. They still reject me, but I still. At least they reply.
Huh.
Under. Oh, no. I didn't
Dang.
make it.
I mean, at least you had the courage to ask, man. It's not
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm just like. I'm putting it out there. Whoever replies, replies. I still feel.
You know, pick it up, put it down, you know, do what you want.
I still feel like. There's certain bands. My bucket list is always changing now.
Oh yeah. No, I feel that. There's some bands that I've always wanted to see my entire life, but I never get the chance because they'd hardly tour. You know,
Oh,
I was
I'm
thinking.
dead. Alright,
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to you.
All right. So just to make sure.
Oh, shoot, you get to flip.
Oh.
You get to fight the boss, too.
Just
Oh,
start here. then.
great.
We
B
probably
is-
should have.
B is
We'll
jump.
come up with a better process as we go.
Or no, yeah.
Okay.
Or no, C
I was
is
like,
jump.
once we see a
Oh, this
continue
guy's
screen,
a
we'll
dude.
swap,
C
I
is
suppose.
jump and B is shoot.
So basically he just comes and fucks up your shit. You can't like get away from him.
Well, it's funny now, because now I have a bucket
Alright,
list
cool,
of like
cool,
bands I
cool.
just want to watch, bands I want to take photos of.
Oh.
Some overlap.
Yeah.
Wait, if you throw me, can we get past him? Like,
Oh man.
So when he, like, right there, you can go underneath.
Oh, okay. I see.
Treat it like a normal old school shooter,
Oh.
but it's also still a side
I
scroller.
think he only actually does damage too when like his whatever part is glowing.
I see.
So
yeah,
that
like,
that
oh.
leg,
Yeah.
that spin kick.
That's where I have to go under.
Just his ballerina ass
Oh.
combat style.
Dang it. Bless you.
Excuse me, that was weirdly timed. But yeah, like toy dolls are at the top of my. I just want to watch them.
Oh,
list.
I've heard they're a lot of fun live.
No, oh,
someone
don't-
told me they were awesome. Live.
And we're all
Try to
running.
get away, don't.
We're all not to be
Oh.
not to be dark. We're still running out of time though of them all being alive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Shoot.
Oh, what?
Shoot.
Wait, whoa, what's going
Oh,
on?
it's cool.
you're
Man.
gliding down.
We're doing the cool
All
running
shooting
thing.
things? Oh,
Yes.
man, this game's intense.
Michael Bay really knows how to put it together. Oh shit.
Oh,
So I think Descendants are the top of my photography list.
Oh god,
man,
you do that.
yeah.
Them and the Addicts, which the Addicts are another.
Which they're the reason we are banned.
Chucked
The
it
Addicts?
right up.
Yeah.
Really?
Jeez, Nav.
Is that why it starts with an A?
Definitely the Addicts in my youth and my teens, and then Descendants too. Descendants is definitely
Descendants
up there.
are a band.
Dead jank.
No, but I want to.
I admit, I found punk through '90s punk bands and then went from there. But
Yeah.
it was just like, actually, that was my approach to ska too. Be like, they're both on me. I found No Effects. I found Less Than Jake. Then I was like, what else is in this genre?
You
Yeah, I
know,
can do
my
stuff.
cousins.
I can do things.
When I was really young, my cousins gave me a tape.
Are
Or a
those
CD.
mosquitoes?
rather.
Oh,
It was
that was a bad dude.
It was a Fat Wreck compilation called Fat Music for Fat People.
Yep.
Had Propaganda on it. Had Bracket, Guns and Wankers, all those classic bands. So Face to Face. So that's how
Yes.
that was my introduction to punk rock at an early age.
And mine was
I'm
through
gonna
Batman
die so hard.
Returns soundtrack. They had Offspring covering the
No.
Damned.
Oh, cool.
I was like, this is awesome. And then it would only be a decade later, I'd be like, oh, it's a cover, it's the Damned. But I found Offspring first.
Cool. So,
And bought Americana was my first punk album I purchased. I didn't purchase. Asked for Christmas.
nice.
Actually helped. Oh no.
Back before
don't you
working
fill me.
retail
Okay, I
ruined
think I
behind.
died.
Just fill me around.
Oh no, until you hit a continue. Just
Oh.
keep playing.
Yeah.
The
Oh, you think that you just get out of this?
I hit
Think
it.
you get escape?
Jackson.
But
Whenever
yeah.
you die, it splits
Oh, sorry,
your
I paused it.
HP.
That's a good comp.
Oh, cool.
Actually, all those comps are really
No.
Oh, like between the two characters?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's a-
good. Oh,
good.
weird. There's
Yeah.
Pink.
Fat Music for Fat People was a big one for me.
Oh no.
I still
Yeah,
have it
yeah,
somewhere in my
yes.
parents' house.
We both forgot how to stand up.
Oh.
Yes, now we'll trade off, and we're just
We'll
we
call
both,
it in the pros.
we all just die at bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to the
Oh,
other
we have to go all the way. Oh wait, do we have to fight him? Oh yeah,
Dang.
wonderful. So if we suck at this, we know who the real gamers are in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going back.
I'm terrible at video games. I've always been.
Run.
Right, the real game is the guy in the stream chat just going like, just jump, just get out of the way, man.
Whoop.
Oh.
Oh, I almost threw you. Oh yeah, if you're close enough and you hit C, you can throw them.
Is that what I thought? I think it's A that throws.
I think it was
What do you
B,
think of
like,
comps now?
C is
So
jump. D
I
is
feel like
shoot.
they've been trying to find a way in a modern age to get people to do comps,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they're fully effective
Well-
anymore.
Well, the thing is like nowadays, I had this conversation with Matt Alderwood from Troubled Minds. Basically, the new compilations are playlists, Spotify
Well,
playlists.
And some of them do Bandcamp.
Yeah, and Bandcamp and stuff like that. It's kind of like this generation's version of a compilation.
It's just a matter you have to be paying attention that it's there.
Yeah, and
Ooh, crap.
you know, back in the day, you would put out a compilation, and that's how people would get introduced to like new bands. Now you try to get on those Spotify editorial playlists, and that's how you show up on other people's radars. Basically.
Spotify, the evil villain of music that people still use.
Yeah, so, exactly. I mean, I think Spotify is great in the sense
Which
that
this podcast is on. I'm making a fraction of penny every time you listen to it on Spotify.
yeah.
Yes.
Listen to our music on Spotify
Getting rich.
too. We make a fraction of a penny also. But basically, Spotify has really changed a whole lot of things, and streaming services
Oh.
have. But in a sense, I'm kind of grateful that we live in this timeline where we're able to have something like that, because your music.
You
can
don't have
get-
to just go to a show and have someone hand you the CD anymore.
Yeah, it's really not as like it was in the past with like word of mouth, or like you have to actually actively search for it. You can just search up on Discover Weekly, or just like mess around with Spotify and find a bunch of stuff.
You can heal from these hearts, by the way.
Well, one of the
Let's
weird
get-
things
get to
about
the
being
hearts.
like an old guy is like I just woke up one day and like music was just free all of a sudden. Like we had a big meeting and we just like,
Napster?
yeah, we're not paying for shit anymore.
Napster and LimeWire.
Yeah. But it's just so crazy to just be like, yeah, I want to listen to literally any song. Oh, thanks, Spotify.
Well, and
Back
Fat,
in my day, we used to have the little box.
Fat has actually found a way to make those comps still something you purchase too by putting them on colored pressings that are exclusive to certain festivals.
Oh,
Interesting. You know, Side One Dummy. The big thing that was keeping them alive for so long was that they did the Warped Tour compilations. That was really where their number one source.
God, I
of
kept getting that with purchase of my Warped Tour ticket too.
Yeah,
dude, Elton John is fucking
Yeah.
you guys up.
You say Elton John?
Yeah.
but then
Seriously, that's who that was.
basically what happened was
I'm on top.
when Warped Tour shut down, they
Oh,
lost
that's
that
not
source
working.
of income, or not shut down rather, but Warped Tour kind of came to an end.
We're still struggling
So
with
that
this
was
one.
quick.
Are you supposed to get past that? Yeah.
I don't know. I started hanging out on the legs.
Once he jumped, I got like stuck on his leg.
Yeah, remember, if you purchased your Warped Tour ticket like in the first like month, they would be like, the CD's included. You're like, okay.
You get it that
So you
compilation.
always slide. You can't slide. Oh, you can't.
I was to say, you were jumping down to the lower track too
I'm
when you were
mastering this.
grinding down the pyramid. I assume this is a pyramid.
You're doing some sick rail grinds, bro.
Because someone else just put out one. And then when it was around, Felony Records had a very creative take on it, where they were all covers
totally.
by their
Sorry.
artists of
Monster.
bands that they like.
Oh, that's really cool.
So it was a cover album comp, but promoting, like, this sound is actually this band on our label. They did it, they handed it out, well, it was online, and I also got a free CD at Punk Rock Bowling for a minute.
Not bad.
But I've been, like, looking at them, too, because it's also just,
Just don't walk.
Sorry,
Oh, dude.
I keep throwing. I'm sorry.
because
It's
they're free.
You don't
but
know your own strength
can't-
now.
Like, if you want to, like, if I want to get the MP3s and put them on my phone, I gotta give them money.
uh-huh.
Like, at least on Bandcamp. Which I do for some people. I did that for the 15th anniversary. Well, that wasn't a comp. Well, yeah, that's a blurry line. The 15th anniversary Red Scare thing that came out
Oh
last year.
yeah.
I was like, no, you can have
No,
mine.
no, I don't want to
Sorry,
be that.
I'm sorry, Jack. I keep throwing you.
You don't have to apologize.
You
It's
guys
war,
earlier
dude.
were jumping down to the lower tracks too, but I didn't figure out how to do it.
Oh.
Oh.
Apparently it's not like that. Yeah. Yeah.
He just keeps throwing
Woo!
it.
I'm flying. I'm flying.
But also, let's see. Do I want to go political? Did
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you grow up? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in South Florida, like Fort Lauderdale
Okay.
area.
Because you have family overseas, though.
Yeah, I have family in Iran, and I have family I have a pretty big family all over the world, but a lot of them still live in Iran.
So follow Nav for the best advice on world conflict.
Yeah.
For Middle East conflict.
That's actually
Middle
true,
Eastern,
though.
I it's weird. It's like I keep up with Middle Eastern politics kind of religiously, just to see what's going on in the world. Make sure my
I don't know. I
family's
feel like it's been in the public, I was gonna say context. That's not the right word. Brain for U.S. citizens since I was a kid.
Yeah, basically.
Back to Desert Storm. Back to
Yeah.
all our conflicts have always revolved around Mind Trust. I guess we'll say that. It's been in the U.S. Mind Trust.
Yeah.
All our conflicts always revolve around that region.
It's
Yeah.
total coincidence.
My
It
whole
has nothing to do
my
with
whole
natural
life, man.
resources.
That was my whole life growing up. You know.
And it's think for yourself, research for yourself.
Or just listen to Twitter. That's fine too.
Yes, of course.
Twitter's pretty good for that.
Well, no, like, was it Anthony Bourdain? Someone, it took him a little while too, and I think it was the Obama administration that helped, but he went into some of those regions. He's like, look, these are all normal people.
Yeah.
You hear whatever, probably just call it propaganda, but you hear the demonizing of these things, and you're like, but no, look, they're not what you're hearing.
Yeah, with Anthony Bourdain, it was. I remember when he was still alive and he was doing Parts Unknown. One of the biggest episodes was the one where he went to Iran.
Yeah.
And that was like a huge thing growing up. Everybody was like excited because whenever Iran is like is positively shown in the media, which is like very rarely.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like a big deal. And that was the cool thing, he went to Iran, he kind of showed what life was like on a major news network, because
Yeah.
mostly...
And it's on CNN, that's right.
Yeah, for like basically growing up my entire life.
When it just hit start.
You just...
Yeah.
Oh, hit start?
Yeah.
They
No,
would
you're
just
back.
try to
Just-
live.
Oh, I keep throwing
Thanks.
you. But
Literally the first thing you do,
but-
man.
but
After I bring you back to life.
Sorry.
Rude.
But basically growing up, my whole life, it was just like... And I died again. You just see negative coverage all the time.
It is propaganda. I think that is the right
Yeah.
term, because they want to
Pretend
they
like
want
they're not
to
just people
sway
with
the
families
public
and houses
opinion
and
to
lives.
support their position.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a political move, whether you realize you're being manipulated or not.
Oh, if we thought of those actual human beings, you wouldn't do half the shit we do.
Yeah. All right.
And on that
We're
note,
just gonna keep
No.
fighting these bosses.
No, it totally is. My
perpetual war in the Middle East of this stage.
And
exactly.
it's always been for various resources,
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah, it's like
No matter what they say.
Right.
Yeah, so like
I
growing.
want to have control
growing
over
up,
its own heart and some flamethrowers.
You know, growing up, it was weird. I used to go between Iran and the United States my entire life as a kid. And I would see Iran, I would visit my family, and it was like, oh yeah, you know, life kind of sucks over here, but everybody's really nice, and I love my family. Then I would come here, and my parents would watch the news, and it was just every time Iran came up, it was all just negative coverage. You know, it's the worst, it's run by the worst people ever. Don't get me wrong, the people who run the country are pretty terrible. I don't deny that. But, you know, it's always just like, why do you always focus on the negative, but never the positive of anything?
Yeah, I mean, they appreciate a nice cup of tea the same as anybody else.
I'm proud of
Exactly.
I'm proud of my late aunt for being an old person that actually did not side conservatively. Because I can see how, as you get older, you're like, well, if I saved up all this money, I have this house, I just want to protect my resources till the end of my days.
Yeah, it's natural. You can see that.
Yeah.
But she was, oh my god, the swear words about W came out of her mouth. You're like, I applaud you. You're awesome. And you make a good marinara. And that's the other thing. She was the firstborn from immigrants. My great-grandparents on that side were Italians, and they moved here. And her and my grandmother and sister were the firstborn of their family in the U.S.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's barely removed from me. And yet, there are people that forget their own heritage.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is like...
So hateful.
Yeah, the thing is like,
You forget.
I just can't forget my own heritage because it's just such a big part of...
And you still have members across the sea.
Yeah, but like in Iranian culture, it's just the heritage is a big part of who you are. It's just like, growing up, you know, that's all I knew. It's like, I just can't, no matter how hard I try, I just can't forget my heritage. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still an American. I still, you know, there's like playing music and playing video games.
I'm still worried about John Oliver getting sent back.
Yeah.
And he's married to a woman in the military.
Yeah.
Dude, it's only Ice knows
I'm
who he
like,
is.
one of these interviews when he goes overseas, he's not coming back. Watch. All because of stupid, hateful rhetoric.
Yeah. But what can you do?
And I hate to get political because now, well,
Probably like...
I hope everyone watching and listening are reasonable people. But
Yeah.
fuck.
That also happened to think exactly like we do.
Oh, whoever wait, you tossed me earlier. No, I'm still underneath this thing. I'm just gonna shoot up.
I just like tried to roll under him, and then I think I got stuck.
Wait, is that his life? Is that the number counting down?
Yeah.
Or is that my
Oh,
ammo?
Actually doing good
I
damage.
didn't even
Or is
know.
that my
That's his
ammo?
health. That's his
Am
health.
I running
Doing
out of
hella
ammo?
damage.
No, that's his health.
We did it.
Oh, so that
Defeated.
was the key to beating this whole thing.
But apparently just
You
standing
gotta shoot
underneath.
him in the
Get
Whoa,
underneath
and
him.
getting out.
Dang. What would we do without you, Ryan?
Yeah, that was a joke. He did all
I was
the
standing
damage.
underneath.
He got underneath and just
By
started.
pure
Just got
coincidence.
tickled the
Shooting him in the butt.
undercarriage.
By pure coincidence, I was just like, well, they're not moving. I'm just gonna shoot up.
See,
Yeah,
if
right.
I would have never figured that out if I was playing this game by myself.
Oh, we're
Aw,
collecting things. I
give
see.
yourself some credit.
So we'll go to the underground, I suppose. It's not as warm as the Nile's underground, but
Yeah.
God. And I'm grateful for the place, the music it brings, but holy crap, that place is fucking warm.
Yeah, it is.
A little hot, a little heat.
This we can jump between the up and down. Yeah, when Treasure makes games, think of them as like a Turrican also.
Yeah.
Like think of them as a like shooter, old school shooter, but they're also still side-scrolling and enemies. You know, are they
It's a
giving
company
off?
that really lives up to its name. All these games are great.
But yeah, I know you guys are all what US born.
Yeah.
Yeah, compared to
I
that
was
shit,
just
I'm
like-
pretty bored.
Yeah, no, I was born in
I
the
made
US.
Nav out to
born
be the
and
most
raised.
interesting person,
I'm born and raised in Arizona.
Well, I
Thanks.
mean, technically.
Yeah.
and he is very interesting
Thank you. I appreciate that,
Yes.
Joe.
and a good. Well, world perspective is so hard to find in some people.
Yeah. It is.
Just
I mean,
a little bit.
basically, you
Very
know, I
simply.
learned a lot. I didn't really learn a whole lot on the news. I learned a lot sitting down with my grandparents when they would visit the United States, or even my parents, because they lived through all that stuff.
I mean, and I've only gone to Mexico, but
Mm.
I'm more educated by watching documentaries and stuff in the
Yeah.
worldview. But like even oh god, Henry Rollins fucking tells go travel.
Yeah.
Like everyone's advice is just go see things with your own eyes, and you'll get a better perspective on.
Yeah, and you gotta give Henry Rollins credit, man. He's been all over the world.
Yes.
And he has like he knows his shit really.
And he's educated,
Yeah.
and he's a writer, and he's like everything.
Yeah.
Now, if he would only start singing again.
Did you see? Oh,
One
did
thing
you
at a
see
time,
that
one thing
thing
at a
with
time.
Dolly? I think it was Dolly Parton, but it was Dolly Parton and Henry Rollins did a version
Christmas?
of Rise Above. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty interesting.
They did a version of Rise
Yeah,
Above.
it was like a Christmas holiday special thing that they were a part of, and they did it. They covered it.
Actually, I think just
It's
even
so cool.
you see different parts of this country and realize how different it is, and you'll
Oh yeah, no.
get out of your box.
all the time, you know.
Different cultures, different.
Yeah, you know.
Because even on a micro level, I think I can speak to this. I'm sure a lot of us can. You even get you're just into your head in situations, and you're just like, this is how it is, and you're like, wait, no, it's not. Why am I thinking that way?
Mm-hmm.
So it's then to the local level, to see what the world is actually like.
Yeah.
There are human beings, and they're not all out to fucking kill you.
Oh no, yeah, totally, totally.
They're demonized
Yeah.
for a political agenda that's not correct.
Mm-hmm. Basically.
That's I want to get off politics now.
You say
yeah, I do. I mean, punk and politics go hand in hand.
They do.
Pretty
They
much,
really
man.
do.
Guys are
And
pissed off.
I always
when
find
they
it
say
funny
something
when
about
they're like, "Stop talking politics." I'm like,
Fuck
that's
you.
like, oh god, there was one TSOL. Now it's probably 3 years ago, where it was at least 2 years ago. It was at least once our dumbass was elected president.
President Dumbass.
I'm glad you can say it.
I hate calling him that. Oh no, I don't mind calling him dumbass. I hate calling him what is his
President.
Yes.
It still stings like a little bit every time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm out of the game. There we go. This is the fun of trying to keep up a conversation and gaming. We chose an intensive. But like, there was a flyer.
Because you can change the world, but you can also get murdered by a
Oh
giant
god,
robot.
I can't stand underneath this one. I just got kicked.
That's
So.
sprinting towards you.
Yes.
He's got tape protection.
How do I get up there? Is it double jump? Oh,
Yeah,
switch. There we go.
Jump.
Get hit.
Oh,
So we need to use our verticality in this, I think.
shit. Yeah.
You guys
He's
might...
got 2,000 life.
There. Actually dodged that one. He's so quick.
He's gonna go.
Oh, wait, did I just fall off?
There you go.
Yeah.
Knocked you around. Oh shit.
If I get.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
I just got kicked off, man. Where are our lives?
Insta kill.
It's
I don't
basically
know.
just like shared health.
There's
Oh yeah.
fire. He's
You
almost
got this.
dead.
You got
Oh,
this.
no.
Ah.
No.
Damn. Can't wait to get my.
But yeah,
ass
there was a
It's that
flyer
last
for a
500.
TSOL show that was like something against Trump.
Oh.
And I was reading comments on there, like, keep your politics out of this. I'm like, TSOL, True Sons of Liberty. You're clearly just a troll that
Yeah.
just found their page. Because if you listen to any of their lyrics, they're totally anti all of this.
Yeah. I mean, they came out with a song called "Abolish Government."
Yeah. They're anti both Democrats and Republicans. They're
Yeah.
not even choosing a side. But
And-
people...
Well, because honestly, fucking both.
Yeah,
Truth be
but, yeah.
They're both wealthy parties that somehow represent us.
Yeah.
Politics have become you have to have enough money to fucking run, which is insane.
You know, I feel like
Yeah,
that's.
disconnect.
I really feel like that's the great lie of our times. Like, there's this site that is called Run for Something that advocates like running for tiny stuff like school board, local elections.
Yeah, you still have to have money.
That's true too. But I mean, also like the way that there was a takeover of the country kind of silently starting 25 years ago was you'd have Republicans and hard right wingers, running in all these local elections and you city council leads to the state legislature and then you redistrict the maps and then nobody who disagrees with you ever gets to vote effectively again.
That's the thing.
So we just do the same thing back and maybe
they have their public
later
statements
public.
and then they have what
what
actually
they actually
actions
get
happen.
paid to do.
Yeah.
Like if you actually believed in fair elections, you would actually be for a lot of this.
I don't want this hand job. Get
you
up.
don't want it to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, the Green Party is running on some pretty cool things that would make elections more fair, like ranked choice voting.
They always
is a big
do.
thing. But the thing is like they have no support basically.
Because there's somehow in people's mind, it's a two-party system, and if you're voting for someone else, chances are then they're not going to be the winner.
Yeah.
The exact thing the founding fathers were like, oh God, don't do that.
Well, it's so much more confusing. GOP used to be, or is still associated with conservatism, but they are far from it these days.
Yeah.
God,
Like
no,
the
this
Tea
is-
Party actually is a more conservative, true conservative group now,
Yeah.
and they've been pushed aside too.
It's just so weird. Like, even recently, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was like, yeah, in like any sane democracy, like, me
Oh,
and
sorry,
Joe Biden
sorry.
wouldn't be in the same party.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Which is absolutely true.
And libertarians,
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
more conservative than the GOP
Right.
by
Yeah.
a long shot.
Yeah, they are.
I've also established from my friends that you either go left if you're into punk or libertarian.
Oh yeah.
Both are great.
I used to be a punk rock libertarian in high school.
See? I've established that's like the most common political association of punk rockers or anarchists.
Yeah.
He's got another face.
You either go left and you go really
You have
left,
not seen my
or
punk
you
like
go-
Wawa.
libertarian.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no.
It's like comedians. Have you heard a good conservative comedian? Not
Dennis
you.
Miller. No.
Fuck you.
I said good.
Um,
I mean conservative. I said conservative.
Yeah.
Boss is
God,
mad.
Dennis.
oh, do you guys have to start from the beginning, man? How many lives does this boss have?
Oh my gosh.
It has
Literally
like 4
over 2,000.
phases.
Wow.
Wait, conservative. Dennis Miller's the one that did commentary on Monday Night Football, right? No, wait, yeah, right?
I think so.
He was that weird commentator too.
Yeah.
Everyone's like the jokes are like not landing.
No, yeah, I know he used to be on Bill O'Reilly when Bill O'Reilly had a show on Fox News. He was on it like almost every night, and he was just basically laughing at his own jokes. It was kind of embarrassing.
A little douchey.
Well, even football fans were like, "What the hell is he talking about?
Yeah,
Why is he on here?
yeah.
Like this just doesn't make
He
sense."
just showed up. We can't make him leave.
And his contracts are 3 years. Sorry, guys. At least he's in the conversation, so we're not getting rid of him.
I would consider Joe Rogan going. Like, he's funny.
Joe Rogan's good though. He
Yeah.
he definitely brings a wide variety of people on.
He's,
Well, and at least he'll like interrogate his own beliefs from time to time.
Yeah.
Which gotta respect a man who can do
Mhm.
that.
he's more conservative leaning too, isn't he?
Yeah.
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 This donut's an asshole.
But he's also just like a shock jock at the same time.
Right. Doing it for the clicks.
I only he was first on news radio, right? Is that where I first
Was he really?
Is that where I first saw him? Joe Rogan was on news radio as the janitor. Is that right?
Maybe.
Like the
Am I
90
getting
show
it
with
right?
Dave Foley, like news radio?
Yeah,
Fuck, that's crazy.
I think that's where I first saw him. Phil Hartman.
That was a good show though.
Yes. And the only reason it's in my brain right now is because Dave Foley was on the new Jonah Radio podcast. And I was like, oh, that's right, news radio plus Kids in the Hall. Joe Rogan, I'm pretty sure was on news radio. No one's
Yeah,
watching
we'll
live or
take
commenting live.
I
I mean, I could Google it, but that sounds like a lot of work.
That's always the fun
I
part.
can't wait for video games.
That's always the fun part of modern conversations. So we have to jump as.
Oh
that's-
man.
Oh, that's so cool.
Jesus.
This is hard, kind of.
Yeah, this
But I
sucks.
still
but
had
cool
vitality.
mechanics.
It said.
Oh, you're both out.
Sorry.
These things were meant.
like instantaneously
Controllers of
fucked.
the old age were very durable. Even remakes of the controllers of the old age.
'Cause they know the rage it inspires.
Oh man. Also, they were also cheaper to replace if you did break them.
True, true.
We keep going back to politics. That's the funny thing. I'm like, let's go off
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
All right, so let's jump back into music. First music project, since we learned Nav had one band before Acne Superstar.
Yeah, my high school band. A band called
Why did
Fuzzadelic. It was weird. It was kind of. It wasn't even really punk. It was more like psychedelic rock, I would say, with maybe some elements of punk thrown in. I played bass and I sang some songs, but ultimately it was cool, but it really wasn't what I wanted to do.
And it sucked.
And yeah.
And that's how you met
I
them,
mean-
apparently. They were very vocal critics of you.
Yeah, exactly. They're like,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the key to any good friendship, really.
But it's
Heartless,
weird. We
unending
actually
criticism.
came out with an album. We have an album out on Bandcamp. If you want, I can give you the link. I can. I
You can
kind
put
of,
it in the
Dude,
show
plug.
notes.
Plug.
Yeah, exactly. I refuse to play any of those songs ever again. I kind of hate them. I think the lyrics are stupid.
That's
I don't
fine.
know what I was thinking, but you know, everybody,
Jeez, man.
everybody.
I'm sorry. I'd like to
Everybody goes through that,
apologize
you know?
to
Back in.
my parents.
Well, also, I diverted it last time on failure, but learning from
oh
that,
God. Speaking of fucking failure.
your
Yeah.
first band.
Damn,
No, I
that was
should have
fast.
did this. We
yeah,
got
my first
destroyed.
band.
But no, it's also like the best musicians I know, even locally, are the ones that take their influences.
Mhm.
Because like, you can usually tell their influences right off the bat if it's their first band or first album, whatever. You're like, yep, they definitely fucking love Rise Against.
Yeah.
And they do a good job of at least doing that style, but the ones that are stand out are the ones that take that style and that influence and then they make it and change it and mold it to something else. So,
Yeah.
but you need those experiences to be like, all right, I'm kind of tired of just mimicking Against Me. I'm just gonna go with all the Against fans.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna make it my own.
Yeah, basically. Because ultimately, what music is and songwriting is, it's taking what your influences have done and just putting your
spin on it.
Yeah, puting your own spin on it.
Not related to the spot that's conveniently spinning.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, not related
And
to the
following
spots.
me apparently.
Um,
Oh wait, I'm gonna. At
We're
least you have
sponsored by Treasure, by the way. Thanks to them for doing the custom boss.
if it gets me a trip to Japan, I'll take it.
Sure.
All right, I'm starting to pay attention to patterns. I think I'm doing a better job this time.
Like in relationships with the boss.
This boss ghosted me.
Not okay.
yeah.
All right, this is. I don't think I got this far.
No, you guys are kicking ass right now.
Mhm.
Still got
I'm
help.
getting fired at by a giant gun, and I can't jump down. There we go. Oh, he is following me. Oh wait. Oh,
I'm
it
just
is a
saying,
pattern.
the shootings are preventable if we just get some sensible legislation
Okay. About robot
about
guns.
giant robot guns.
I think Japan's on top of that.
True.
They've had giant robot guns for a while now. All right, now what are we at? Oh, weird.
Oh,
Where is the checkpoint on this?
This shrimp of
Ugh.
death.
I don't know. This thing has a ridiculous amount of phases to it.
Yeah, there's like 2 more after this, right?
Is there?
Yeah.
Every time I'm seeing like a new one.
Ooh, I'm hovering.
Oh, he's got a little part involved in him.
I like this weapon that I have though. I don't even have to
Hovering.
aim. It's
This
just-
tracer ammo is pretty good.
it's just, yeah, mine. I have the laser tracer, and it's just like sticking on him and just constantly doing
We're almost
damage.
there. Go away. Oh,
Yes.
it's, there we go.
Oh, man.
Man, now what?
Now it's this one again.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
This is last form.
This is the pattern that we have to like avoid.
What do you,
okay.
what do you call this style of game? You have to like dip and dodge. And then
The
fucking-
shoot 'em up.
No, but like this, like you know, the specific one where you're like navigating through like the obstacles.
Like an auto scroller.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, down. Oh, oh.
See, I know stuff. I know things.
Wait, was shooting that wall actually damage?
I think it does.
Dude,
Oh,
Down, down.
you gotta dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
5Ds of video games.
Fuck, you're getting
Oh,
so
man, I
close.
couldn't
find
Oh
it.
shit.
oh no!
This-
Oh no!
Oh shit.
What?
Fuck.
Normal- I
you.
should be
there
back.
we go.
Am I back?
What?
Am I not back?
No, I only
did
have
not
one health left,
join
so
back.
you won't
Wow.
let you respawn. No, okay, no, I was gonna say.
Oh,
We finished
oh,
Oh,
you can't
With
play
one
with me like
health.
that, treasure.
it. We finished it.
I
Yeah,
guess so.
yeah.
hopefully it saves.
He just was like, here, take it.
Yeah,
I'm out.
fine. After all that.
Wow.
Sweet, you could have gotten.
I mean, we
killed by the
could do
smoke.
this.
Oh jeez.
Where are you?
Big day, guys.
Dang.
We can keep a safe state.
All right.
So now at least there's that if we ever need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's proof that we did this.
Alright, so I guess we're just going in order. Is that Kim Jong Un?
Looks like him.
Yeah.
Il? Un? Whatever.
Yeah, it's Kim Jong Un. Yeah.
How does Ryan have 30,000 points and you've got 1?
Because I died.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, he
It
doesn't.
resets your point total when you.
I got the boss
Die.
kill.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
he,
you didn't have to
he
share your
technically
XP.
got the crystal.
You're gonna level up so hard.
I already got the best weapon, man. That little laser thing that just flies around everywhere.
So I guess also that's advice for people.
Yeah.
I expect you to hear your influences in your music, but grow from it, and that's what makes you stand out. And you will fail. So wait, so what was your first band?
My first band.
Oh,
Oh,
mine.
Jack. I
Oh.
thought he was talking about it before we got distracted by our
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Are dying.
Right.
Are dying, are constant, just disappearing into oblivion.
Oh man, I've told this story before, but I'm not sure. Do
You don't want it on
should
recorded video?
Should I name the name? Should I?
No, you don't have to name
Should I
the
go
names
public
per
with my
se.
allegations?
No,
Oh
you
my
shouldn't,
God.
shouldn't name the
Right.
names.
Call him
Shouldn't-
Jack the Second.
You
Right.
shouldn't name,
Right.
shouldn't name
Or
the
her,
names
Jack
if you
the
don't want
Second.
to.
Right. Well, so what I can
How do
say
you
is
jump
this.
code?
So like
Oh, there we go.
I always played just like acoustic guitar like in my dorm room, just like I thought it was cool. I had to learn it for play like when I was 16, so I was kind of stuck with it. But I met a friend of a friend who was just like the best guitarist I had ever met. And he was like just a really cool guy. Like he was into like, shitty like, old horror movies, and he listened to tons of really great albums. Like he was the guy who introduced me to like Ween and King Crimson.
Halloween.
Yeah, man, just fucking weird, cool shit. And for 10 years, I had just been like, just bugging him like a little puppy chasing after like a kid. Like, can we jam? Can we jam? Which, like if you play music and, you even if you really like something, like you can hang out with somebody who's just not as, on the same level as you are. And it's just like this really awkward, like the only experience I can really compare it to is having like dry sex.
Oh my god.
It's just not good. It's not good. So he was just like, no, thanks, sorry,
What the heck?
I'm good. And then
What is this?
And then one day he comes to me and he says like, well, I've got this idea for a surf rock band. Like,
We're in a board game.
oh, oh,
Wait, do we have to hit
The
it?
game of
Or-
life.
Oh, we have to throw it.
Oh,
Whichever one you get kills
We
you.
have to fight. Anyways, continue.
Oh, yeah.
Surf rock.
Yeah, so he's like, it's 4 chords. Like even you can't fuck this up. So I'm like, all right, cool, great. I'm
Wait, is it
excited.
just me?
I think so.
Oh no.
It's a solo adventure.
Not that I'm a bad gamer, but I was just like, oh
It's a
no.
lot of pressure, man.
Wait, do I have to beat him in that time limit? What the?
I think so.
Oh no.
Or do I just have to survive? Also, what happened to my tracer?
Press the A button.
Oh, it switches it. I
Oh,
see.
that's what does it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I died.
Oh no.
So I'm playing with this guy. Like I've finally achieved my dream. I'm so happy. The music's great. I really dig it. We call ourselves the Apaches, which I.
Wait, that's a band that's still around, isn't it?
Yeah, they exist. They're alive. So whatever, it's fine. Because it's all true. I swear to God.
I have to fight it.
Yep.
It might be a different fight. We don't know yet.
No, it's the same fight.
Chimeron, the Lord of Clocks.
You have different weapons than I do.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the timer for? So we at
Yeah.
least
Oh.
now have a name of a band.
Yeah. So we just tag him in the chat. No. Come on, man. So we're playing, the music, and it goes great at first, but the guy who runs it just has like a very particular personality. Like he knows for sure what he wants and how he wants it. So like he'd come in like and he'd just play like a new tune. He'd go through it once. He'd be like, "All right, guys, do your parts 1, 2, 3, 4," and we'd kick into it. And if you didn't have it down, he'd be like, "Why you fucking up? Like what's wrong with you?"
Oh no.
And like sometimes like he would make mistakes, and he took like and him and the drummer were like best friends. They were like the core of the band. And he would turn to this guy and be like, "Why did you mess up that part?" And he played it perfectly. He's like, "I'm sorry, man." It's like the most abusive relationship ever. So as time goes on, I try and make it work because it's still really great. I love the music. I'm a huge fan to this day. Like it's so good. But my dad had gotten diagnosed with cancer. He had like a little thing in his kidney, and so like I kind of just kept it to myself because like as much as I love these guys, like we were really good friends, like. But I also knew like if I said anything, like the guy just wouldn't care. Like he'd just be like, "Oh, cool," and then just go back to talking about whatever band he had listened to that day.
I'm back, I think.
Yeah. So
maybe.
so one day we had the show set up, just like a regular gig like any other, and call time was 6:30, and it was like 6 o'clock. Like guys, I got some family stuff. I can do 6:30. I can't do 6. The show's not till like 8 or whatever, anyways. But he instantaneously replies to me. He's like, "Listen, man, like you've been real spotty about practice lately. Like either you're in this band or you're out." I'm like, "I guess I'm out then."
Oh.
And that was it. I haven't like hung out with him since. But yeah, and I just saw him around at like a bar one time. It was like, I could start something, but
I'm
whatever.
struggling here.
It's fine.
Why can't I grab it?
I think you press down and D.
Oh, down and B. That's what it is.
So then after that, since I'm like the most petty person ever, I was like, well, like I'm not gonna be in the surf rock band anymore. What's the most opposite of surf that I could think of? well, shitty punk, angry punk music. So I started out looking for people. I found Nav on Facebook. We hit up Jake, our incredible rad drummer on Reddit. And then Ryan just fell into our laps because he saw us play. He's like, I want to do that shit.
Brian's also secretly your best video gamer, it seems.
Yeah,
He's like, has skills.
He's like figuring it all out.
You should see him. He beats us in Smash all the time.
Oh, he is relentless.
Good thing we didn't choose that then.
Good thing we didn't choose that.
Wait, he'll be back, won't he?
Yeah.
But,
Crap, we're not doing Smash.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a work of art. You just got to see it to believe it.
Austin refuses to play it with me too, so he'll be happy.
But wasn't he the one, or did you bring it up to me?
It was probably me.
Yeah.
Just mention all casually. We could play, I don't know, Smash.
Yeah. I'll take every chance I can get, man. I love that game.
Yeah.
Maybe by... They have yet to announce the last character. Maybe by then it'll be out.
Right.
They said by February. But, so that's interesting. That's more than I knew about a certain man.
Yeah.
And then
And at the
I'm
time,
full of secrets.
And at the time we met Ryan. Ryan was playing in another band called Lemon Tech, who are good friends of ours, no longer together. But yeah, we played a show with them. I met Ryan because he was playing a Propagandhi bass riff. He was playing Ska Sucks. I was like, dude, my dude. And then basically we kind of like instantly clicked like that. And at the time our original bassist, a guy named Niall,
he just moved back to town.
He just moved back to town. But basically we met him towards like at like in a very important part in his life where he was like going to graduate school, so he was only in our band for a couple months. Then we parted ways amicably, and then he went to graduate school.
Oh, because he wanted to go to Georgetown and become a doctor and save lives instead of being in a small local band.
Yeah.
Bad choice.
And then he
oh, I see.
Yeah, and we still kept up with him, and we checked in with him every once in a while. And he basically he started his own project there, like a noise rock band. But then we met Ryan because he was playing in Lemon Tech, and we asked him, hey, you want to play bass because we kind of don't have a bassist? And he's like, yeah, sure.
I think I was the one that asked you guys.
No, he was the one that asked us, because basically I played bass for like one show and I'm like, yeah, this is not for me.
Yeah, then my other band opened for that show, and I was just like, yeah, like these guys need a bass player, and the drummer for the band that I was in was about to be out of the country for like 9 months, and so I was like, well, I need another band, and like they needed a bass player, so I was like, yeah. Like, these songs are sick. Like, let's do it.
Oh, yeah, I realized when Nat went to Florida for the summer and then he came back, I was like, how do I not own an album of these guys? And then he was like, oh, no, we just have, like, a couple singles. I'm like, oh, that's why, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I started to worry. I'm like, this is really good. How have I never purchased this?
Yeah, you know, we'll make CDs soon. I keep saying that, but we will.
Well,
We're a real band.
you're in the process of it with Matt from Trouble Minds.
Yeah, we're recording a full-length album, which I'm excited about.
And just an incredibly talented engineer, too. Like, he's helped us with our sound so much.
Oh, yeah, Matt's a wizard.
And getting better.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Was it No One's? Was that the most...
He's
on a couple, I know that.
He did a live thing for No Lungs.
He's doing the Audrey Hepburn EP at the same time that he's doing us. He's the new Audrey Hepburn songs. He's recorded those.
Is he doing it Days and Days style in a closet with a microphone?
Well, no. Well, we recorded at his house, his parents' house. It's basically in his bedroom. That's where he sets up the microphone. I just recorded vocals this last weekend, and it was in his bedroom.
Right.
So now
It's crazy too, because like I would put him like neck to neck with like any other professional like engineer or producer, and he just does it all by himself. Also, Ronnie, just like you too.
I'm just doing ones.
Or,
Because apparently I'm not
Syrian.
throwing.
Oh yeah, serious. Sorry.
Assyrian.
Well, yeah, a bunch of those other tiles I already cleared.
You know, no big deal or nothing.
This is like breaking down the car in Street Fighter.
Can't beat the classics.
That guy was just sitting there. He's like, no.
Like, I'm just trying to get to work, man.
Also, you might be able to. You can rejoin too. Yeah.
Our health is real low,
Oh, so I'll tackle these. Would I just get happy item room?
This
Treasure
game
all.
just took a massive turn. It turned into like a board game.
Yes, it did.
Dude,
so
it's
wait,
such a good Mario Party, though.
what do I want? Chaser?
You want the health.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess you
Oh,
can
no.
take it all.
Oh. Oh, I can swap them.
I'll
Wait,
stick
what's
with
that?
the Chaser.
Oh,
Chaser
that's
and the lightning is really good. That one you just hold it and it just like sits on them and does damage.
There we go. Yeah, it did turn into a board game. Treasure has a very good sense of humor here. Alright, where's the dice? So we have to get to the boss by just fighting people?
Damn.
And you have to do it individually too. That's the rough part.
Oh, this is the one
That's-
where...
It just killed me. Yeah, just hold it down. Hold down the attack button.
Oh shoot.
Oh no.
I'm down. Didn't it say I had more vitality?
You used to.
We're both
Returned.
pretty low because whenever one of us dies, it like splits the health.
Oh, so
of
now
the
it's 3 and
person.
4, I see. We're just gonna throw each other.
Yeah. See, I gotta get that too.
Oh, that's right, because you can actually now...
Come on, item.
Hey,
Yo.
Happy item room.
got some extra health.
How many points is it giving me to pick up one of those hearts?
And we can plug Matt. He's playing tonight at the
15.
Rock Lottery.
Yeah, he's at the Phoenix Rock.
If you're watching
yeah.
this on Saturday. If you're not, then it was cool. It was fun. And
We had
the
a
rest
great
of the band
time.
was better than that.
Everyone was asking where you were.
Yeah,
Should have been
but
there.
that Phoenix
Next
Rock
year.
Lottery show should be pretty cool.
It's always a blast.
I've only missed
Such a
2
good
or 3 of the, what, 7?
Mm.
One was an overlap. But they didn't already agreed to obligation. It might have been the hammies.
Oh my god, now it's this dude again.
We're all not getting past this.
Hey, Nick is still in
This
town,
one's
right?
rough, man.
Yes. Oh man. So when I was in law school, actually, he was my next door neighbor, and he's just like secret fact. He's the most vicious board gamer you ever meet in your life.
I could see that.
Like the dude is just ruthless.
Nick Danger, we were referring to.
Yeah. The one, the only.
Jesus, no.
He only learned his real name when Facebook started bugging people about, this doesn't seem like a real name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, but Jackson Escobar is still just passes with flying colors.
Jack the Cat was actually after you, wasn't
Harry
he?
J.
Yeah, absolutely.
Burgess.
I would take full credit for that. It's a lie. It's a good
Ah.
band though.
So I basically, until we get to hand off the controllers and watch everyone else.
Yeah. I wonder what it's gonna do when we do get the game over.
Oh, and to take the items
It's gonna-
disappear. So we don't get to
Yeah.
do that again.
Nope.
I wonder if it's gonna keep track of the ones that we did clear.
That's too nice of them.
Yeah, that does sound too nice of them. Judging by how that other boss had 4 freaking phases.
Oh, good.
Oh.
I'm fighting this, whatever this is.
3 health, not a problem.
What am I fighting? Destroy them all?
Destroyed.
Oh, they're
The
bouncy
voice in my
balls.
head says that to me every day.
They're bouncy balls. Can I destroy them?
It's
Am I gonna get
gonna
crushed?
but
I got crushed.
you got
Alright,
shredded.
your turn.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You're gonna get shreked.
can't wait.
Oh no, and it
Yeah.
just resets it all.
Down in
Dice
B.
Palace.
We've rarely got 6s. We always got like
I think it's just 1 through 3, right?
Yeah, I think it
So
looks
how do you
like
roll
it
the
is just
dice?
one-
Oh, there
down
we
in
go.
B.
For bullshit.
Just think that
I
you're
gotta use
throwing
the
Ryan.
restroom real quick though. I'll be right back.
Do it on stream, man. Just go for it.
Yeah, right.
Stream. There you go.
Streams on streams, dog.
Okay.
We're no R. Kelly here. Sorry, folks.
Okay. He's gonna look forward to
Troubled Minds. That I should hit up Matt actually. Be on here at some point.
Oh, he's absolutely fascinating to talk to. Like, no, he really is. Like, he's got a cool life story, and he just knows so much about it.
About his own life story.
Oh no, I meant about like, the craft of music.
Oh, okay. I, was
I
like,
just
I
assumed
hope he remembers.
I don't know. He gets high a lot.
Good news. This is live and on record.
Just kidding.
He's got a medical card. Or he's from California. One of the-
He's got terrible gout. It's a real problem in his life.
Oh my god. It's just
Damn it! I think I died.
good thing he doesn't have time to watch this today.
He's got.
Well, I died. You-
Congratulations. Good job.
You can
Oh.
rejoin on this
You
page.
can.
So we split your vitality.
So you roll it.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
He's already got an item.
This is the hardest level. Yeah, Nav, what are you doing? Jeez.
This is like Mega Man-ish, almost.
Alright,
Yeah.
so. Oh, that's pretty toy. Take that. Alright, so I will also take little Lightning Boy because I know Ryan will want me to.
You don't want double triangle?
Nah.
Double Star Trek emblem?
Nah, I think you're good. I think you're good. Alright.
And the heart. Get the vitality.
Yeah.
You're not living unless you have a heart.
True. You got to live. You got to care about people.
That is true.
Or monkey brains, one of the two.
One of the two.
That made me think of Indiana Jones. They went from the heart scene in Temple of Doom to
Oh, yeah.
them eating
Oh, I get
the
to
monkey
fight.
brains.
Danger ahead.
Shoot his head. Is this the one that I end up? No, this
Oh,
is
mother.
the, yeah. He's got a pattern though, so like you'll see, you can stay right there. And then you'll be able to do it. But yeah, so this culmination of a band is awesome though. And you guys...
Yeah, it took a while to get here.
It took at least one
Oh man,
Apache's.
I can't believe I
high school
fell for
band.
that.
Yeah.
And whatever Ryan was doing.
What always blew my mind, and I'm just so incredibly jealous to this day, is like when you started with Lemon Tech, that was the first thing you'd done, right?
Pretty much. I mean, I was in a band when I was in high school, but I was just singing and I played a little bit of keys.
Dang. I
Did
not
you guys
know
start in band in high school?
I did.
Like, did you do band?
that. I started a band in high school.
Oh no, I
like
meant
doing band like through.
I meant
school,
like band
yeah.
class or
Oh.
marching band or whatever.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Any of that kind of fun origin.
It's crazy too, because like after our first practice, I was just sitting around just gushing about like, oh man, like Ryan, you're so good. I love you playing. He's like, yeah, I've been doing this like a couple of months, and like a couple of what?
At that point, yeah, it was like a little.
You're
over
like,
a
score.
Yeah.
He's in our band.
Year.
Yeah, no. Just seriously, but the amount of natural just talent was fucking
'Cause
insane.
I started late, man. I didn't actually start like playing and getting like serious about it until I was 23.
Oh, why
And,
did I do that?
Well, I mean, I started playing. I remember I started like my sophomore year of high school playing open mics and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
But I didn't start a band until my junior year.
Were they
of high
coffee
school.
houses or were they bars?
Yeah, like coffee houses. Well, I remember the first time I ever played live in front of people on a stage. It was at a church carnival for community service hours, and I played a cover of a cover,
No.
and it was
Cover.
it
So it
was-
was the Gimme Gimmes?
no. It was Against Me did a cover of Wagon Wheel by Old Crow Medicine
Okay,
Show, so
yeah.
I played that,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
forgot the lyrics, and in the middle of it I yelled "fuck," and then.
Perfect.
At a church gathering.
At a church carnival, and then there's a bunch of people there with kids, and they're just looking at me, and my whole family was there because I told them it's my
It's
first
like,
time playing, and I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It was very embarrassing.
Done goofed.
I done goofed.
Uh,
16 years old.
But you do need to do that. People, I know some musicians who are still nervous on stage.
Oh, one time I get one hit.
Yeah.
Little
Only
yeah,
had-
squid dude.
Only had 11 health left.
So
man.
open
shit.
mics do a good service for that.
Yeah, open
Where
mics.
if you want to get yourself comfortable up there.
I mean, to this day, I still have fun playing open mics when I'm like visiting my family in Florida or.
I mean, there's some around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, open mics are great, man. It's a great way to start. I still do them to this day whenever I have the chance.
And I know about being on stage now twice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it was really weird. So I was nervous. So New Year's, I chose to watch Left Alone in Yucca, partially for proximity to home and drinking.
Yeah.
In the end, I was like, I can light rail it and watch Audrey Harper and watch Playboy Man Baby, which I missed apparently a fucking mosh pit on a stage.
Oh hell yeah.
I was like,
That
oh,
nap
there were
was
some
it.
good moments apparently.
They put on a
What?
show.
What just happened?
Playboy Man Baby for life.
You got dead.
But I was just like,
Yeah,
no,
dog.
I'm gonna just like, it's like a $5 lift from Yucca to my apartment. Fuck it, I'm gonna go for the one near me, and there's some awesome bands playing there too. Left Alone, and I saw Stepdaughters for the first time. They were really good.
Sick.
But they had a all-star local karaoke, and early on they were nervous because like the list wasn't full. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I did punk rock karaoke official 2-3 years ago, which was actually good. That's how I met Eddie Tater of the Dickies.
Mm.
I thought he was being like nice. So after I did No Effects, The Bruise, because I was like, that's one I know the timing. I know for the most part the lyrics. Though on stage I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna forget something. But like I did fairly well. Like he complimented me. I'm like, huh, okay. And I met him because he came back through the Round Line Collective, and he's like, "So, how have you been?" I'm like, "Oh shit, he was being authentic. This is cool." He actually did think I did okay on Punk Rock on that stage. Cool. But then I still haven't. I've avoided it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It takes some time to get used to it.
So they were kind of like nervous. Like the list wasn't full sign-ups early on. And I'm like, so 2 beers in, I'm like, all right. I signed up to Cham 69 Kids United, and I'm like,
2 Beer Joe is brave. I like that guy.
But the thing is like, for me, I think that the stage banter part is the hardest. I still haven't perfected the stage. I've gotten better at stage banter, but it's still so hard. Some people are just naturally charismatic.
Yeah,
Dadido.
Exactly. He's so good.
Sam's really
But
good at that.
and Salah.
Yeah. Just
Salah
natural
and
charisma.
Robbie have like the same wavelength of. I don't know where the fuck you're drawing that from,
Yeah.
but this was very entertaining and super weird.
Yeah. They do.
Like, how did you even think this was a conversation point? I don't understand, but I am happy to be observing this.
Right. Actually, I think half the reason I go to El Googly Diablo shows is just to hear Chris just like say
Chris is really good about it.
Yeah, just the most random shit. He's so funny. No, he just cracks me up. He's the best.
We all love that.
So yeah,
Because they fucking rock. They're so good.
but yeah, so 2 drinks in, I signed up. I was still worried. I'm like, I'm not even worried about the lyrics part. Like they have a sheet, but I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I've not listened to this song to know the timing of when you get into it. And JR thankfully was like, just remember 4. And so like I bring it on my phone and be like, he's right. Other than the opening, everything's loops 4 and then lyrics. So it worked out, and I felt, and people said I looked really comfortable up there. Once I got up there, I was like, oh, okay, cool, let's do it. I also definitely sobered up. Like I got off that stage and I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't drank anything tonight.
So like the adrenaline was just
Yeah.
constant.
But like within like 20 seconds, I was like, oh, whatever. People are staring at me. Cool, let's do this. I got into it.
Yeah, once you get into it, you just start like doing the thing, and your mind clears. It kind of takes off a little bit of the pressure.
Once you find, like, I just had to get comfortable and funnel that nervous energy apparently into what I'm doing.
And honestly, like I did a lot of karaoke.
Why am I not?
before.
Okay. Oh no, he threw
I
me.
played in bands and stuff.
Go
And that kind
away.
of helped me when I did start like playing
Oh no.
in bands more. Just like having that experience of doing karaoke
But-
and stuff.
But yeah, after that, and I kind of was like, are you doing it out of like the rush, the excitement? It's kind of neat to be up there in front of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like one of those things that it's like you can't get enough of. It's just so fun. That's the way I explain it, you know.
I gotta aim the direction of him.
I think one of the
Oh,
things like
get
I know
away.
both of us have always kind of struggled with is like sometimes you'll get in a rut like you haven't written anything in a while and it just kind of like it doesn't feel like you're just kind of stuck in the same gear or whatever.
Yeah.
I love going out and just like busking
Just
on
gonna slide in.
the street and just like if I have new ideas or whatever, trying it out because like you just get like these really raw reactions from people.
Oh yeah.
Like some people would come to me just like straight up, "You suck, bro." Other people like will stop and they'll listen and be like appreciative. It makes enough money to cover the beer usually, so that's always nice.
I don't mean to bring up Robbie all the time, but I applaud him for how he took someone's heckling at the Pennywise show, the Bronx show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some dude was an asshole. He kept chatting, or kept complaining to them vocally. He was camped out in the barricade, so clearly he was just there for one of the headliners and just like, I'm not moving until my band's on. But then he was like vocal about talking shit about him.
Yeah, you can't trust those guys hanging out around the barricade with cameras
What
and
did-
shit. Those guys
And
are
like
crazy.
during one of the breaks, he's like, play some good music. And Robbie's just like, you know what? We've got the song for you. We got a song for all of the kids in the crowd.
Which song did they go into?
And then, God, what? Oh God, is it Minivan? The one that's about telling your boss, fuck you?
Oh no,
Oh,
Cadillac
it's
Car.
Cadillac Car.
Cadillac
yeah.
Car, that's right.
Man, I never actually seen them
So-
play minivan live.
I've seen a lot. But yeah. Oh, he's fine. I'm like here controlling. But yeah, so I don't know if that was next on the set list coincidentally, but he just was like, I'm gonna play the song that says "fuck you."
Yeah. He probably just looked right at that dude. Just like,
Just give him the middle
I want
finger.
to tell my
Just
boss, fuck you.
Unbroken eye contact the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't talk shit or anything. He just kind of was like, nope, we got the song for you and for all the kids in the crowd.
Yeah.
And I'm like, good on you. Yeah, this dude was just heckling him. like annoyed that he had to stand there for them.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, you don't have to stand there. You are choosing to be there. Wait, I can hold on to that?
Oh, shit.
Wait, who am I fighting?
This is an excellent question.
Fighting the balloons.
Am I fighting the balloons or the thing that's crushing me?
I'm not sure.
You're fighting the
But
system.
apparently you can hold on to the balloons.
Yes. Don't jump on top of him because apparently it damages you. But yeah,
But
I
do you
applaud him
grab
for that. He
balls?
took the heckler and was like, eh, whatever.
It's the system.
Like, I thought he was just ignoring it, and then when he did that, I'm like, no, you got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the bro crap. Besides, the Bronx were the better band that night. They always are. The Pennywise is not as... Man, how do I not offend him? No.
Too late.
Well, because I always... Knowing your audience and knowing where to place bands is sometimes critical. At least for me. Like, when I first saw Social D, it was after Reverend Horton Heat. And Social D just seemed so low energy and boring. I'm like, oh my god. This is not... Man, I want to go back to Reverend Horton Heat. We got to do Jim Heath as like your age or older, and he's doing more on stage and more energy than you are, Mike Ness.
Some people just got it.
And so, watching even after Play by Me Baby, the Bronx just bring it. Like, he goes into the crowd. Actually, he was in the middle of the pit, and somehow no one fell on their ass from the mic cord because he was corded. He wasn't even a wireless mic.
Yeah.
But he's down there, like, it's all high energy, and then you get to Pennywise, and you're like,
Yeah.
man, I really want to just go back to the Bronx.
Yeah, this is
Or
the-
you guys should have just swapped. It should have been Pennywise
Yeah.
setting up the Bronx.
Yeah, you want the levels to go up over time.
Yeah. Oh, especially... Actually, I'm getting older now, I don't care. But in my 20s,
It's a good
though,
feeling,
it
right?
was just like, be up at 2 in the morning, or not 2 in the morning, that would be like a Indy 500. But like the band that's at 11 o'clock, I don't want them to be lower energy. I want more energy to keep me awake as it's
Yeah.
getting later into the night.
Yeah, you gotta
Don't
pay
give
for
me
it.
the slower people. Oh, this is something new. At least it's a boss enemy that we've never seen.
Yeah.
Like, the lineup... I always feel like the lineup should always ramp into higher energy. Other than, of course, accommodating a touring artist being your headliner.
Right.
But you should generally have the energy ramp up over a show, not down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like making a good mixtape. You gotta get the bill and the flows in there.
And man, the Bronx are so good. Even so. They're part of a story of me being stoned.
Right, yeah.
If people want to know a
Our
story
ace
about
in
me
the
being
hole.
stoned.
I don't know, I'm running low on health, man.
But
So-
you're so close. You're
So if I
close.
join back in, we'll split 32, you're saying?
Yeah.
So we probably should keep the 32?
Let's see. Oh, no, I didn't even get the...
Oh,
No. Oh, you son of a
you
bitch.
mother.
Well, you had to go all the way back to the...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I cleared a bunch of them already.
If you want, after this, if we
So punishing.
don't end up fighting a boss, we can go try the other one as the probably closing area. We can
Yeah.
try the fourth level since we clearly are struggling.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that light just started flickering.
Yeah, we had that struggle.
I keep getting the threes
Oh,
again.
shit.
Come on, let me get the one. I
Come
need
on,
help.
one. Come on, baby.
Oh, no. That's a different fight.
Well, this was fun.
Well,
Thanks,
one I haven't
guys.
seen yet.
It's a good thing I created that save point, man.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if I want to tell that story on a stream that may have employee. It's not in my system anymore. I'm just gonna say that it's a story from a year and a half ago, and it's legal in Vegas.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first year of punk rock bowling that it was legal, both the people I drove up with and my roommates were like, "We're going to the dispensary." I'm like, "All right, whatever." So I bought an edible. I didn't read the instructions.
Oh
Didn't-
no.
So you're
This is
supposed to like
probably
eat
fine.
it in thirds.
Mm.
So Friday night, first night there, I eat the whole cookie, and my day just starts slowing and slowing and slowing, and I'm like, "Fuck! How do I get this out of my system? Like alcohol, I can sweat out. How the fuck do I get this out of my system?"
Whoa, what?
Oh, it's a dance
I've
off.
seen that in my dreams.
Whoa, what?
It is a dance off.
No idea what's happening.
Yo, the
What's going?
homies-
Wait, you don't have a
You
gun?
know the gun?
No, I
No,
don't.
You're
gun
punching?
challenge.
So how do you fight
You gotta
this?
slide.
I mean, you can like punch, but
The electric slide.
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
know
dance
what
off.
to do. Yeah.
All right, let's bring up that save state, and we'll bring it.
Let's do
We'll
it.
go to the other world.
We're admitting failure.
Oh, load. I was like, why is it jumping over it?
Yeah.
No, no.
There we go. So we'll play that one. The Flying Battleship.
Yeah, I think that other one's supposed to be like the last level.
Damn
or
you,
something.
Kim Jong-un.
Well, we're collecting crystals, so I feel like... Don't jump down.
No.
Lesson learned. Don't jump down. Only up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that night, I actually had tickets for, I think it was the Dwarves, the Bronx, Fireburn, R.I.P., and another, like, hardcore and fast-paced, and I'm just slowing down. But I'm still there, and I'm like, fuck. I'm watching the Bronx, and I'm like, I would be in that fucking pit right now, but I don't really feel, my body doesn't want to move like I want to move right now. So I also drank the rest of the weekend. I didn't touch weed the rest of the weekend after that. I'm like, I can get alcohol out of my system.
He was like traumatized.
Well, I'm like watching hardcore, fast-moving punk rock, and I'm like, calmest I've ever been in my life. What the fuck?
I am one with the mosh.
Like I'm too chill for this right now.
And that's my weed story.
Yeah.
As much as I think there are people out there that want to see me that way, out of more curiosity, like, you're
I'm
always,
curious.
like, sober or maybe slightly drunk, but we never see you do anything.
Yeah, you're all business, Joe. How about that business?
The business for a good man.
True.
But yeah, watching hardcore bands stoned is not ideal to me.
Although now you can say you did. It's an experience.
Oh my god, it is definitely an experience. So, those are just bombs, right? They look like power-ups too.
I know, right? I can't think what they are as well.
I'm gonna go pick it up. Oh, I'm dead.
That's what the bombs want you to think.
Yes, the U.S. bomb. No, Wayne Peters is an
Power
asshole.
is just pain.
Oh wait,
You heard it here first.
the bomb pops are good though.
Oh, they're
Pops
so
are pretty
good,
good.
man.
Actually, that's part of that story too. I ran into Neil and Jen. That I got to try a sip of their beer,
Cool.
but I felt so bad. I was like, I am moving so slow right now.
The Bomb Pops play here pretty
Regularly.
regularly.
Yes. Well, they're out of. I want to say
California.
San Diego, but I think they now mostly live in L.A.
Harry and Serge hang out with them too, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Harry's really good friend.
Well, Harry's from over there.
Yeah. And he knows everybody in Los Angeles. Like, you have to register with Harry before you can join a band in LA.
Exactly. Well, he used to book out in the Redwood, and he used to just do shows for all types of bands at the Redwood in Los Angeles.
Yep. And also, I don't know if I put it on, if I said it in the episode he was on, or if he wants some public knowledge, but he also helped transcribe the NoFX book.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. That's clout.
The hepatitis bathtub.
And other stories, yes.
Dang.
Let's go underneath. That was my approach to that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's
Oh,
apparently a
oh,
bad idea.
oh.
Bad idea.
Just getting screamed on the stream.
Sorry, I'm in
Oh,
The
so
fluorescent light flickering is getting...
I'm doing damage.
if you're epileptic, we're sorry. This is your life now.
Oh, we at least advanced.
Also, shout out to Disruptor and Emperor Asshole, so just kick-ass bands.
For asshole.
Both of those bands are awesome.
Yeah.
And Disruptor.
It's cool
Surge.
that it's such a different vibe, and like Surge is just the force behind them both.
Why is that M. Bison? Also, why are we not doing any damage?
It's like him and Waluigi.
Oh, now we are. Well, that was silly. I was behind him the entire time, and he wasn't dying. Man, the frame rate.
So close. Come on.
Come on, up, 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 up. Up, up, down, down, left, right. Select, start. That's not completely accurate. Konami code. We won!
Yeah!
If we finish this level, we go back to the board game?
Sure.
Dude, what the? Oh, another boss? Oh no.
This will go less
That
good.
guy's not the boss. Is he
Apparently, he's his boss.
I just cheered you on.
Hard shoulder break wind. What?
He's gonna fart all over you.
Oh, I don't even have to jump over that middle. I've been jumping over that middle.
Kind of looks like the Iron Sheik.
Oh, God.
Honestly.
Oh no, he also has a wrestling move too.
He grabbed onto the propeller.
Strangely enough. But
Oh,
Wow.
he's trying to.
you're aware of the WWE's very stereotypical approach to a certain culture.
Yeah.
They only did that
It's all
once.
you, Blue.
The Iron Sheik is my hero, man.
Ooh.
Iron Sheik, the band, is also really awesome too.
Yes.
I love them.
Oh man, I
But
died again.
The Iron Sheik, man, he's one of my childhood heroes.
I know.
This
Oh
is
no.
We're
voting
both dead.
on.
And then he just jumped off to...
He just committed suicide.
Well, we get to find out where the checkpoint is. Okay.
Okay.
It's not that far.
Yeah. Back in the 80s when stereotypes were frowned upon, but not as vocally as...
Yeah.
I mean, it's mostly fun.
Oh, dude, following him on social media is the best. He always posts stuff
You
like,
guys gotta get that lightning.
here's some pro tip and go fuck yourself.
Sergeant Slaughter,
Yeah.
who also would appear on
No.
G.I. Joe.
Oh, dude, I can do that.
Actually, they animated him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He was animated into G.I. Joe.
He was.
Captain Lou Albano, he was Super Mario on the Super Mario Super Show.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Lou. Man, to think of him as a wrestler now.
Yeah.
And that kind of led into the
So
first...
I keep doing the same thing. I'm sorry, Jack.
That's fine. I love
forward.
traveling. I love to fly. I love to see the world.
We've at least learned don't stay underneath them.
Oh, freak.
That's what I'm doing right now.
You're gonna get fired on.
Well,
Yeah.
Don't pee on me.
Oh, but his legs don't hurt you if he's not jumping.
Yeah.
Right, that's fair.
So if you can stay underneath him as he moves and fire up.
Oof.
I feel like the key to beating him is you have to move around him. And you can't get stuck under him.
Nope, the
otherwise.
key is to just stand there like an idiot and get killed.
Yeah, just avoid the shots.
Man.
Oh no!
Why am I not
No.
damaging him?
Because your little...
Oh, great.
Your weapon, sometimes it's hitting his feet. It needs to be hitting.
The era of...
I thought it was like tracking.
Yeah, it like tracks its feet.
That was what Andre the Giant
So
was.
that's not helpful.
Hulkamania started back then.
And then it was running wild.
And Rowdy Piper.
That shit was my jam, dude.
Oh, damn.
Oh no.
And Macho Man Randy the Savage.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
You can never think of a Slim Jim without him.
Yeah.
Right
Every-
to the top.
Oh, we defeated
I
him.
love
Alright, favorite wrestlers. Because we're on this.
Oh, dude, Ric Flair for sure.
Iron Sheik, man. Iron Sheik.
Because of the
I
close
don't know what
encounters
the mic
evidence.
would pick up,
Yes.
so I didn't do that too loud.
I have to say, Macho Man, like, I
The
don't know,
Macho Man,
I've never
yeah.
really been that big of a wrestling fan, but like his little bits were just like
Yeah.
just the funniest shit I've ever
See,
seen.
I did.
Oh,
How do I
like,
pick something
yeah.
up?
Oh my god, and
How do I...
that's the
Oh, there
throw
we
me
go.
button, which is your favorite.
The throw me
It
button.
was like the
right?
most regularly watching I did of wrestling was Attitude Era. Mankind, Mick Foley, and
How do you
Oh
shoot?
yeah, man, Triple H,
yes.
How do
Stone
you- how do you
Cold
get
Steve
this guy?
Austin.
So once he stops dancing and starts flying, you can hit him. There we go.
Just gotta watch him do his fucking nightclub act first.
Yeah. And watch out for the bombs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a jetpack. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, what a...
More like a jerk pack with
I
this guy.
know. Oh, I keep getting
Oh.
hit by the bombs.
Yeah, that's bad usually.
Yeah.
They fucking,
I would agree.
They come in pretty
He's making
fast.
burgundy jerks look bad.
It's a good band name,
There
Burgundy
you are.
Jerks.
Press the A button,
Yes.
Jack.
Oh,
And
wait,
Mike
wait,
is
Press it
awesome.
one more time.
Also, that's another
Yeah,
one
that's
person
the
that
one.
has
Oh.
a very
Well, fuck, you
unique,
didn't tell me that.
unique,
Oh,
weird, but really well done stage banter is Burgundy Jerk.
Cool.
If you have not watched him, you need to watch Burgundy Jerk.
I have
Actually,
not.
I've
they're
caught
playing
them
tonight.
once.
Oh shit,
Where are they playing?
Don't
Trunk Space.
just knocked you off the side. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And speaking of their weird sense of humor,
Oops.
it's called Burgundy Jerks or is it Burgundy Jerks Best Show of the Century or Decade? Maybe it's decade.
Just
Wait.
toss it
Yeah,
off.
you just-
So this guy can
chuck
fall
that-
off
Oh,
and then
no.
all of a sudden fly back on the plane? Or
Yeah.
helicopter?
Yeah, don't you do that?
No. I wish.
Actually, since that one starts at 8:30, I might be able to make it to Trunk Space.
Dude.
I'll be in the proximity of it. Oh, Googly's playing it too.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit. Speak of
See,
the devil.
see, doing a concert calendar pays off. I didn't always remember all of these shows.
You know stuff.
I would be like, I would just get to a day and be like, all right, what are the shows I'm going to? And those were like all I'd remember. Now doing something every Friday, stuff is lingering in my brain now.
How many bands would you say you've seen in the last year? What is that number like? I'm
At
so
least-
curious.
I'm guessing that's over 400.
Fuck yeah.
Dang.
At least that's on an average. I'm like, I know I've gone it over 100. Average 4 bands play a show. 400 at least. Except the 3 that are playing Trunk Space tonight.
True.
Oh no, they're gonna fire. Wait, let's
Oh,
do this.
that's interesting.
Is it here?
That's pretty smart.
Oh no, I
Mine
slid
didn't
off.
really hit it.
It's also a turret, that's its foot.
Alright, we're doing good. We only took 1 damage each.
Then we can pick it.
Oh, you can take
I
it.
don't know what we're doing
You can
anymore.
take it.
Down and
I'll take
B,
that.
right? No,
Yeah.
no.
You just aren't. Yeah, you just gotta get like right on top of it.
Oop. There we go.
Yeah, it's kind of finicky.
Low pet.
Yeah, doing that calendar though, information lingers now. Oh right, he has to fly before we can hurt him.
This jetpack douche.
There we go. Now we can.
Jetpack douche.
We got a new Acne Superstar song right there.
Yeah, right.
Jetpack douche.
And you just open it up going, remember how Back to the Future promised future would be now?
Yeah, right.
What if that was still the case? Wait, so we got him.
Blade
Package,
Runner.
let's do it.
Blade
Let's have it
Runner
up.
is no longer set in the future either.
Right? That just passed, what, a month ago?
Yeah, just about 2019.
Approaching, his name is Orange. Man, he makes Orange have a better name? Oh my gosh, and he has a charge attack.
Oh, he's-
And he fell off.
And if he can fall off and somehow
Survive
fly
it.
back on.
When he jumps, go underneath him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so quick though.
Honestly, just throw that motherfucker tends to
oh no, now he's gonna smash wounds.
Oh, even
Oh, that's right.
Oh, cool.
I always forget you can hang off that. I bet you can avoid some of his attacks that way.
Probably.
What's the fun in that?
Or he's under 1,000. Doing better. Oh no.
I'm just gonna keep hanging on down here.
How come we fucked it up and these guys are killing it?
Well, you gotta
It's all
admit.
you, Nat.
Well, I'm not a good video game player. I've never been.
Well, yeah, but I suck. You can't.
He's
Oh,
under
now I'm
100.
getting hurt.
Oh, fuck.
That's not looking good.
Oh, yes, so close.
We got him.
Defeated!
Oh,
We got
Stage clear!
I got him with 0 vitality.
Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't realize when I was hanging under the plane, like some explosion kept happening.
Is that the end of the level?
I
Just
believe
everyone's
so.
so proud.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, there's the gem.
You got a gold star.
So the only one.
He just gets buried.
By the way, 13 follows me everywhere apparently.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess it's near 5, I know
No.
that.
No,
It's the
dear God,
last
no.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep this up.
Right? Like, I gotta
Yeah.
finish this.
This is an accomplishment.
It's the only thing left is Dice Maze.
It's
They-
a silly
They call it a
dice
Dice
maze.
Maze.
Back to the.
Dang.
Owner vitality. Oh, that's right, because we technically finished the level, so it's like whatever. You're fine.
Oh. fuck. I fell down a pit because
That does 20 damage.
if you're not already moving forward when you jump, you just like jump straight up and
We're
down.
attempting this one more time. Which we still have to get to the Dice Maze.
Yeah.
But this seems good. Up, 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 up. Go away. There. What are some of your favorite local bands while we're continuing on here?
Oh my God.
We can give them
That's a
plugs.
great list.
Because they're no longer together, but
That's a different band.
Black Paw
Oh.
was one of my favorites.
Yes, I keep telling Chris they need to continue.
Yeah, Chris lives in Seattle now.
That too. It's harder now.
But Audrey Hepburn is really, really great. Troubled Minds, of course. It's embarrassing.
Oh, they're so
Pop
great.
Icons.
They're
I don't
hilarious.
think I've seen Pop Icons.
Yeah, there's this band that I haven't actually seen yet, but we're playing with them soon. I'm looking forward to catching them. The posters.
They're really good.
cool. Yeah.
And they already have stuff recorded that's actually... It's very 80s punk,
Yeah.
and it's really well done
Yeah.
for a first album run.
Totally.
And
yeah.
and they're all just happy. When you do watch them, you'll see that they have a really positive energy to them, and I appreciate it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with them.
Yeah.
Oh man, our favorite thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Crap.
Oh, for sure. So, like, one of our earliest, like, supporting bands was Cheap Hotels.
Oh, yeah,
I know,
Cheap
I know
Hotels.
Ian.
Also really good.
Yeah.
I love those guys.
What amazed me so much, like, especially after they released their newest stuff, is, like, everyone was like, oh, this band is amazing. They sound just like the Strokes. And then they come out with just, like, this fucking rich melange of, like, 50s kind of just, like...
Hey, do I have a shield?
Yeah, really classic sound.
It's just like a super homing thing, and when there's nothing for it to go to,
Just-
it just follows you.
Oh, do I want that?
El Googly is still super great.
Like-
El Googly is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, of
Just
course.
amazing energy.
Sore Eyes and No Lungs.
Ah, they're okay.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of some of the guys in those bands.
Wait, did I just obtain it? Is it just hanging around me now?
I think the shots, the shots haven't gone away yet.
What about you, Ryan? What are some of your favorite local bands?
Who do you love?
He's like, no
Definitely
lungs.
the Line Cutters.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Great.
I love
I can't
the
believe we
Line
played with
Cutters.
those guys. That's nuts.
Yeah, they're playing.
Playboy Man Baby, obviously, and then TJ's other band, Instructions.
They're really good.
Yes.
It's super good.
I've had
I love
TJ on here, too.
Instructions.
Wait, oh, this is you.
And, what else have we played with that really? Ghost in the Willow. I like those
Gil
guys a
will
lot.
appreciate that. Gil, you gotta make it to the end of the episode now.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to watch the entire episode.
That's kind of that's kind
it's
of
worth
too
it
because
though. It's
I'm
totally worth it.
I'm actually like filling in for Ghost in the Willow for a show in January.
Sam
as
has
well.
been too.
Yeah, well, he's like a pretty much full-time member now, I think.
Okay.
He's
I
like
think
he
I've
helped
had that
write
conversation.
some of the stuff on their new record that they're about to put out. He's been like recording with them and stuff. So
Which
he's
is cool. Gil's really cool.
oh yeah, I love Gil. He's such a good dude.
Oh, and Phoenix Applebreed too. They're
Oh,
so great.
Pow was
Pow.
really awesome.
Yeah.
The
I wish
Pow.
you could write stuff like that.
Me too.
That really
I don't
rich,
know
just
how
like full sound.
What about you, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot.
Choose
Yeah,
your favorite
I-
children.
I imagine.
Skull Drug, Playboy Man, Baby.
Nice. nice.
Skull- Skulldrug.
Googly. Burgundy Jerk is underrated. They should be fucking bigger. Or at least they should be more recognized by people.
I saw them not too long ago. They were really good.
Yeah.
I saw them at a show.
Ooh.
It was at the Grid like a year ago.
Was it one of the punk rock speed dating ones?
No, it wasn't the speed dating. It was like
No.
a punk night at the Grid,
Oh, okay.
run by I think.
Oh, by that's
the guy from the Deadbeat Hymns.
Yep.
Because my buddy Curtis is really good friends with the Deadbeat Hymns.
They're really cool dudes, and at least 3, maybe all of them, are giant nerds. Oh no.
One
Talk
of
to
my favorite
Therum.
qualities in a
Talk to
person.
Therum about like horror movies and horror stuff. It's really
Dude, yeah.
they know their shit,
Cool.
and they will nerd out on it, and it's really awesome. Plus, Chris has the fucking Sinestro Core sticker and yellow strings on his bass.
What? I had noticed that.
I
That's
noticed it
wild.
when it was under green lights, and I was just like, wait,
Hmm.
why would he have green strings in a Sinestro Core? And I was like, no, it's yellow.
That's
It's
pretty
actually
cool.
yellow. I just am not looking at it under the right light.
So it's kind of like rare to meet like a Green Lantern fan specifically too. So underrated.
Well, when done right without Ryan Reynolds, I mean,
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
what Deadpool did.
Yeah, true.
If I'm becoming
Oh,
a
yeah.
superhero, can my suit not be green and animated? Yeah, he makes jokes making fun of it. Also, there's, I think in the credit roll of the first Deadpool movie, there's like a fake like ID card of Green Lantern floating in the interesting credit roll
Oh,
they
yeah.
did.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah, they're not afraid to make fun of it or acknowledge it.
I mean, he did make a couple $1 million doing it, so I don't think he's that ashamed.
I watched that movie in a theater. I like Green Lanterns when, well, I like Green Lanterns when done right.
Yeah.
Always the
I
trick.
was like, it can't be as bad as, oh, it is.
It's that bad.
Oh, at least now I don't have to watch
Yeah,
it
that-
again.
Yeah, I mean, that's me with Spider-Man though. Like, you know, the Spider-Man is you can either it's like it's really hit or
Does
miss.
this thing attack?
No,
I guess not.
it's never hit me. I fought it twice. I fought that one a couple times, and it never hit me.
The Simon Garfield. It's not Simon Garfield. What's his
Simon
name?
and Garfunkel.
No, Garfield. What was the?
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah, I liked
Oh,
the
shit.
first one with him. Then I watched the second one and I was just like, man, that was kind of disappointing. And then Spider-Man: Homecoming came out and I loved that one.
Yes, it's a very well done. We're all just fighting, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, why did I move?
Oh, it was making me throw it.
Oh, weird. I was like, didn't I just throw a 3 and I just stood there?
Yeah.
With Russian go. You always get this one.
Yeah. This one's so easy too because of my weapon. Like,
Oh man, Spider-Man. I just saw someone post how Spider-Man 3... Was that Max? Someone posted how Spider-Man 3 is the best Spider-Man movie.
Ooh.
And gave their defense of it. I was like, you're not completely off on your points.
Yeah.
I can see that making it your favorite. Man.
I really like that.
The Fabled
the
Tale.
Into the Spider-Verse.
That's my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, that one was really good.
That's the one I have yet to see. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
It's green and animated.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh god, what am I fighting? Oh no, it is the balloons, but I can hang on them, huh? Oh no, I only have 4
yeah.
health too.
That one keeps killing us.
So we are fighting the smiley balloons, but you can hang off of them too.
But you can't get on top of
I
them.
think it's just the wall thing in the middle that actually hurts you. They just kind of pushed you into it.
They're passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing.
Did you guys grow up playing video games regularly?
I did.
Yeah, kind of. Growing up, I would always play the GameCube, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Party.
GameCube, the last traditional Nintendo console,
Yeah.
before they just went crazy.
Yeah.
Or they
Kingdom Hearts, and I hadn't had a PlayStation. Well, Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite games ever.
Did you play 3?
I know. I haven't owned a console in a long time.
Oh.
How is
I was
3?
like, it almost feels like it's a PS2 game in a modern era.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh.
for some people that's good, and for some that's not good.
You know, I would if I had like a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One, but I don't. The last console I actually owned was the 360.
That's not a
God,
horrible
not this
console.
Mostly he just likes playing with himself.
again.
And that's how we're ending this.
Oh, mother-
On the lowest possible note.
Oh,
The
God.
lowest common denominator of a joke.
Ta-da! It's the Escobar guarantee.
But yeah, we were just talking about video games in terms of growing up, you guys. And so he was talking about the last one he owned was a 360.
Oh, nice. I wasted my entire developmental years just playing Pokemon on repeat. But I finally spun for PS4. Surprised, like, I would just play the Goose game like fucking 5 times all the way through and just never get sick.
Untitled Goose Game?
Yeah.
Did you do the full list?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like going back and doing the challenges.
Did you
got
do
Goose
the?
crown.
Was it? Their trophies for doing them before the chime of the bell.
What? I didn't know that.
Or it's only on Xbox. It's on both. I was playing on a Gamecast because they appeared. They put it on there.
Whoa.
I originally bought it when it came out on Switch and beat it. It did all
What?
of that was in there, but there's no trophies or achievements on Switch.
Yeah.
So
I want that.
I was just like,
You have-
and then it appeared on Game Pass. I'm like, oh sure, fuck it, let's play it again.
Ah, shucks. I have to play my favorite video
You're-
game again.
You're on
It's a
1
terrible
HP.
news.
That's
I know.
insane.
Hey,
Right?
well,
Come on,
I
take
got
a
a little
Oh,
bit.
you got
Yeah.
items too.
I got a little.
We might
extra
see the boss
stream.
before the stream ends.
Right. We gotta at least see it.
Hopefully you can.
Hey, I got
Hey, you got
2
two
hearts.
Oh, they love you up there, man.
Oh, there you go. All right, up to 31.
I'm 36.
Yeah.
I'm not joining in because I know it splits his life.
Yeah.
At this point,
Come on, 1.
no, 2.
Come on. Ah.
Yes.
Yeah, we get to
Yes.
see the boss!
Hell
We
yeah.
may not win, but we will have seen all 4 bosses, other than whatever the 4 gems combine to make Captain Planet.
I am very, very
Wait, is there no boss?
confident in Ryan's skills, and I will gladly wager his reputation on this.
Is there no
No,
boss?
there
Oh,
it
there is
is.
a boss. Okay. I was
Is
like,
Cal the boss?
dude, that would be super cool if it just was like, yeah, we know you're streaming, so
Maybe.
here's
Once
here's
Here's
the
a
gem.
treat. I swear to God, some developers must put that little, like, mode in the game.
Well, now, yeah, but this was designed in what, 94? Hey, he still throws dice. Can you throw the dice at him?
Oh, shit, maybe.
What is he doing? It's like their version of Eggman.
Yeah.
Or
Oh,
Robotnik. Sega did publish it, so if they wanted Robotnik,
like
they probably
video?
could have.
No, it's not. Oh no.
Does the dice determine what kind of attack he does? Maybe?
I think it does.
Just pooping.
Man, it's so colorful.
Dude, this game is brutal.
That, I mean, from the makers of Contra,
Oh,
I expect no
shit.
less.
You can tell without.
Oh, no.
He's got one.
Oh, come on,
He's
come
got
on.
one, ladies and gentlemen. It's so close. He's so close.
Come on.
And he
Yo!
Yo.
Ryan actually beat the game
Oh!
With
Gamer of the
With
year.
1 point.
with 1 point.
You did this just for the stream, didn't you? You guys planned
Well, I
this.
played like a
Oh, he's not worthy.
Oh, it's like
remake version.
it's like last. That is a bomb.
Oh, you dick!
Did
He
he?
just killed me.
That was a fake out. Oh!
He just trolled me.
Wow.
No.
That is still probably a good note to go out on.
What
Yeah.
a plunk.
Because yeah, we have the whole board back.
Oh,
So,
God.
all right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Let everyone know
What a troll.
what do you have coming up.
Oh,
All right.
man.
What do you have coming up live for shows that they can check you out?
February 25th at the Grid in Mesa with the posters, a deer, a horse, and another band that I can't remember, but a deer, a horse is from New York. They're really cool. Posters, we're
Is the
excited
Debbie
to play
Hymns
with.
on there?
No, not the
Oh,
Debbie
man.
Hymns. I wish. But yeah, so far right now, that's all we've got coming up. We don't have a whole lot of planned, just a lot of recording.
Although word says that there may be some kind of a
Do you have an
festival in the
estimated
future.
time for everyone to pay attention to when you might have an album?
So
Or is it still-
I can't set any dates.
Nothing in stone yet. Okay.
Nothing in stone yet. But I will say
Here's our Bandcamp address.
we are recording a full-length album. It will be coming out sometime this year. I can guarantee it will be coming out sometime this year. I just don't know when.
It's an album.
And this is where it's awesome where I can make the transition. Where can they find you on the internet to keep track of that?
Well, you can follow us on Instagram at Acne Superstar AZ, on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Acne Superstar AZ, or if you just see us in public, you can say what's up. We're pretty nice guys.
By the way,
Yeah.
fucking Sam. Ever since he put it in, it was on this show too.
Yeah.
He's like, Sore Eyes AZ. He's like, everyone mispronounces it and shit.
Well,
Because
So
it's Sore Eyes.
he's
And now
another band
all I
in
do is I
Colorado.
see, like you just said it, and it made me think about it.
yeah.
Acne Superstar AZ. I'm like, it's Acne Superstars.
Stars.
And Sam, ever since he put that in my brain,
Yeah.
is now it just stayed there. I'm like,
Yeah.
huh, what does this look like if I read it verbally?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking for too long,
Does it make a real word?
right? I'm at non-crackerjack on Instagram. We're on Spotify. Do we have a Bandcamp?
We do have a band.
We did. We told.
That is
I
the-
know what my band does.
At least watching social chatter amongst musicians, it's not the hated upon Spotify. People feel that Bandcamp is at least the more fair online platform for music.
Oh yeah.
And we want to be humanitarian. We want to be humane.
Yeah.
Spotify is just easier for
Is it just acting
from a
Superstar?
Define
Is that
stuff,
what it
yes.
is?
standpoint. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
.com, yeah.
Oh.
I'm
That
using
is
it as a
good.
tool for some of the stuff I wasn't able to afford to look at. I think it's at 48 is my list now of local albums.
Yeah.
And now I know why I never
Yeah.
posted my 2018 national list. It takes a while just to
It
go
takes
through all
a
the locals
while.
that I listen to.
Yeah, it takes
Yeah.
a while to set a list up.
And
Oh, yeah.
to not only, so my initial plan is I go through it and then I move them around what I've listened to, and then to finalize it, then I'm comparing them next to each other, and it's like it's pulling hair or splitting hairs.
Yeah, but still, just the work you do to kind of curate that and put it out there so that more people can listen to more great shit. It's really cool, man.
It's still splitting hairs, especially when I listen to, I prefer punk and ska, but I listen to so much that it's just like, all right, how does this hip hop compare to this?
This is a fair comparison.
Which gives me a better feeling than like trying to come up with ways to be like, it's so subjective.
Yeah, definitely.
And what's my mood of the day? Or did I just wake up and this is not what I want to listen to when I just woke up?
Now, to anybody watching, your opinions on our music, yeah, they're exactly right and wrong. It's a subjective thing. There's no
Yeah.
subjective component
That's
whatsoever.
why I don't argue taste. It's not for the most part, it's not rooted in fact.
DM
It's
us
rooted
on
in personal
Instagram if you
taste.
suck, and we'll accept your judgment.
Yeah.
I can't just be like, nope, the guitar on that makes it the best thing ever.
Right.
It's still subjective. You might think that guitar sucked.
Right.
All right. So on my end, of course, favorite. If I think it's favorite on Twitch, subscribe on Twitch, whatever it is, on YouTube. If you're listening on podcast services, subscribe. Also, can support by heading to patreon.com/everyshowjoe. I always say even $1 helps. It helps with gas. Helps with potentially getting better equipment or replacing broken equipment like my PS2. And am I forgetting anything else? Thank you, SCR, for hosting as always. Next week is FOL. First or last will be here, as long as everything pans out. They will be here next week, followed by No Lungs.
Yeah.
The week after.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
boys,
We gotta play Smash that time.
you get to see this beautiful mug twice. You guys are lucky.
We are. I think that's it. So thank you guys for watching, listening, however you're watching, and thank you guys for visiting.
Thank you
for
so much for
having
having us.
Yeah.
Support this beautiful man who keeps Tempe hot.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys next week.